Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival left 11 people dead and many injured.
Hear what a spokesperson has to say in regards to handling the situation.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Aspen Schumpert.
And I'm Derek Strom. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Despite criticism the artist Travis Scott is getting for the Astroworld tragedy, this morning Travis Scott's spokesperson and former Baltimore Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake says the idea that Travis Scott could have halted the Astroworld Music Festival is ludicrous. They have a 59-page operations plan, and it clearly says the only two people that have authority to stop the concert were the executive producer and the concert producer. Houston's fire chief says the artist, if he noticed something that's going on, can certainly pause the performance.
The Moscow Police Department is asking for help in identifying a person of interest related to a power outage in downtown Moscow. The city's Facebook page posted a video of a person appearing to shut off power to several buildings. The photos on your screen are taken from the video. If you recognize this individual, please contact Officer Forsberg at 208-882-2677 or send an email to mforsberg@ci.moscow.id.us.
The Moscow Police Department is seeking public help in identifying an alleged shoplifter. The suspect was last seen inside of Target in Moscow. On your screen is the best look of what the person looks like. If you've seen or heard anything about the suspect, please contact Officer Testel at the number on your screen or via email. Pullman, Washington has had to cut back on business hours, which stores in the Pullman and Moscow area closing earlier than ever before. Here's Connor McAvoy with the story.
The sound of a busy day in Pullman, Washington is nothing new to the residents, but what is new is the sudden change of hours that restaurants, coffee shops, and some bars went through during the work shortage that took place this past year. A coffee shop like Manny's, along with many others, has had to cut back on their hours, leaving them to close at 8 p.m. every day, including Saturday. The only locations in town that are open late currently are bars. Rico's Pub has been owned and operated for many years, promoting fun events for locals and tourists each season. I spoke with the owner of Rico's Pub, Tawny Johnson, to get her take on what she hopes to see from opposing businesses in town and what it means to operate in a small town such as this.
So I'm hoping that next semester all the bars downtown will be able to be open late again. Because I think we will be able to, we'll be staffed. But if the other ones don't, then, people like to have options when they go out. They like, especially when they come downtown, they like to be able to bar hop. So hopefully the other bars will be able to stay open late too, because I think it all hinges on one another. I think we all have to be open together to get the bulk of people down here to make it worthwhile to stay open.
And if you might think, well, Pullman, Washington has such horrible hours, let's head on over to Moscow, Idaho, where there's no problems whatsoever. That is not the case, considering that places like Wendy's in Moscow close at 8 p.m., the same time as most places in Pullman, Washington.
Reporting from Pullman, Washington, this is Connor McAvoy, Murrow News 8.
The Spokane Police Department is searching for a carjacking suspect in downtown Spokane. According to Spokane Police Officer Stacy Flynn, the carjacking took place at 2nd Street and Thor, and the suspect fled to the area of West 7th Avenue and South Washington Street. The suspect has been identified as 23-year-old Raul Arevalo. He's described as a Hispanic man with short dark hair, last seen wearing gray shorts and no shirt. Police are asking people to avoid the area, and no injuries were involved in the carjacking.
Idaho will hold their longest legislative session to consider a response towards President Joe Biden's COVID-19 testing and vaccination rules for large employers, as well as looking into an ethics complaint against Representative Priscilla Giddings. The session will be extended to Monday to focus on the issues surrounding vaccines and to discuss the censoring of Giddings, who's running for lieutenant governor in 2022, and remove her from the House of Commerce and Human Resources Committee.
Gritman Medical Center reported that 3 patients who tested positive for COVID-19 have been admitted to the hospital in the past week. According to a news release, 156 people who have tested positive for COVID-19 have been admitted for inpatient care since the pandemic began, including 99 since June 1st. 76 out of those 99 patients were unvaccinated and 16 were vaccinated. The hospital was unable to determine the vaccination status of the other 4. And WSU launched a new logo earlier this semester, changing the graphic identity of the university for the first time in 20 years. Murrow News 8 reporter Albert James takes a look at why the change happened and if people have even taken notice.
You've probably seen this logo everywhere, at the entrance to campus, on university vehicles, and even on classroom clocks. It's the official logo of WSU, or at least it used to be. In September, it was replaced by this new look, in an effort to update the university's brand identity. Vice President for Marketing and Communications Phil Weiler says the update reflects WSU as a statewide system of 6 campuses and improves the recognizability of the iconic Cougar head.
The vast majority of times someone is going to see a WSU logo is on a screen, whether it's your computer screen or more likely on your phone screen. And so we wanted to make sure that we had a logo that was identifiable at a variety of sizes.
The university believes the new logo better represents WSU. But 2 months after the launch, students we talked to didn't even know the new logo existed. Have you seen the new logo before?
No, this is my first time seeing it.
Have you seen this one before?
No, no.
Have you seen this new one before?
Probably not. I've honestly barely seen the old one.
Students praise the logo for being clean and more modern, though most of them believe that the old logo is a better fit.
I feel like this older one does.
So you like the new one, but you think the older one fits the university more?
Yes.
Weiler says that feedback has been overwhelmingly supportive and that in the end, it's a person's time, not just the logo, that has an impact.
That's going to be sort of the visual representation of that human experience they had on campus.
Reporting from Pullman, Albert James, Murrow, News 8.
It appears Moscow voters made history. For what is likely the first time ever, all of Moscow's city council seats will be filled by women come January. Julia Parker, Haley Lewis, and Gina Terusio were elected November 2nd. Parker says it's a sign of progress for women in leadership roles and that residents can look forward to a group of counselors who will work as a team to put the community's best interests first. The holidays are coming up, which means food banks are becoming busier.
Find out what that means for people in need of food assistance and what you can do to help when we return.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia. This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I know, I heard.
That.
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
The WSU Bryan Hall Theater is hosting New York Connections tonight. Featuring the Solstice Wind Quintet, This program, New York Connections, brings together 3 composers with ties to the New York area. The concert begins at 7:30 this evening.
Pullman area scouts are holding their annual Scouting for Food campaign tomorrow from 9 to noon. Anyone that wants to participate can leave bagged food outside of their front door by 9 o'clock, and it will be collected and donated to a local food bank. If your food is not picked up, you can call the number on your screen. And speaking of food banks, they're a very important way for people who may not have the means or access to food to feed themselves and their families. Find out why during the holiday season it's especially hard for food banks to stay running with reporter Colby Enbrad.
The holiday season is almost upon us, and with that comes struggling food banks looking for any donations that could help those in need.
I am standing outside of the pantry, a food bank in Moscow, where they are desperately looking for any kind of donation. Anything from clothes to food to something as simple as a can opener.
We are definitely struggling for donations. Moscow has been fantastic, and the whole community has kind of gathered together to donate a lot of items, but we are feeding, up to 400 people per week. And so even the donations that we're getting can run out really quickly.
With 400 people coming in per week, donations are vital, especially for the upcoming holiday that's right around the corner.
We are going to have some sort of a Thanksgiving meal here. So on Thanksgiving, people, if they want to come here, it's not going to be very large scale because, again, we didn't get the donations to make a big meal, but we're going to try to feed a few people.
The pantry isn't just looking for donations, but also for willing volunteers that can aid in their community outreach.
I've been following and have benefited from the services of Inland Oasis for quite a while. Most folks know Inland Oasis for Pride, but they do so much other awesome stuff for the community. So when I found out that the pantry needed volunteers, I signed up.
For those that may want to volunteer, they can visit the website inlandoasis.org or send them an email at inlandoasispantry@gmail.com. This has been Colby Enbrad with Murrow News 8.
The Palouse Choral Society presents America Sings Again, honoring our veterans on Sunday at 4 p.m. The choir will perform at St. Boniface Catholic Church in Uniontown. You can purchase your tickets online at PalouseChoralSociety.org. Well, it's another rainy day here in Pullman, but we might have something to warm you up. Our reporter Will Wixie was at WSU's African American Student Center earlier today, where hot cocoa is being served all day.
Well, guys, I'm right here in front of the AASC African American Student Center here at the Cub 420, where they're handing out free Swiss Miss hot cocoa here, open to all students. They're here for until 5 p.m. and then you can just come over and get some free coffee. This is a great place for Black students just to hang out, collaborate, meet new people. They got some great organizations here like the Black Student Union, Black Women's Caucus, Black Men Making a Difference. Lots of great stuff here, lots of fraternities and sororities as well. But if you are looking to get some free hot cocoa today, head over here, meet some new people. It's a great space for lots of people to hang out and collaborate. So just head on down, get some free hot cocoa, Cub 420. That's all I got for you guys today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, I wish Will brought us some hot cocoa back. It's been a little gloomy over here for the past couple of days. Will we get a break from this rain?
Stay tuned to find out more with weather reporter Isaiah Sharp after the break.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Now, with all the rain we've been seeing lately, it's looking like I'm just going to have to hunker down inside and watch the Cougs game tomorrow. Isaiah, is there any chance things are going to lighten up over the weekend?
Well, of course, today it's been raining, but tomorrow we just might get to see a break. Let's look at today's forecast. It's going to be a high of 53 and a low of 38. That's sunsetting at about 4:18, and so it's going to get dark pretty early as November rolls on. Let's look at tomorrow's forecast. It is going to be cloudy mostly, not a lot of rain, a high of 50 and a low of 39. And so we might get a little bit of a break, but I don't see it lasting too long. Let's take a look at the state map though. Of course, it is raining all over the place. In Spokane, a high of 53 and a low of 37. They are getting some rain. In Tri-Cities, it is a high of 59 and a low of 41. In Yakima, a high of 54 and a low of 35. And then here on the west side in Seattle, a high of 57 and a low of 45. And as I look outside in Olympia, it is a high of 58 and a low of 42. And it is just rain all across the state. But tomorrow, we might get to see a little bit of a break. Let's look at the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, it's just going to be clouds. That's what we're going to expect. But there is a 50% chance of rain tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So we're not going to have to worry about the rain until later. On Monday, it is going to unfortunately start to rain once again. A high of 59 and a low of 43, and that just continues into Monday, a high of 58 and a low of 35. But Derek, that break you were looking for, it comes on Tuesday. A high of 45 and a low of 25, going to be partly cloudy that day, and then it should be sunshine on Wednesday with a high of 41 and a low of 26. Back to you guys at the desk.
Both the men and women's basketball teams are set to have games later today.
And we'll be counting down the top 5 WSU football moments against Oregon. All this and more with Ava Wainhouse next.
Matchsticks, matchbox, matching tie to matching socks. You don't know why, but you're really special to match point, match game. You and I are not the same, but I can tell that you're really special to me. There's something I can give to make you laugh, to help you live. We're the perfect match and you're really special to me. We're the perfect match and you're really special to me.
2004 Skateboard Championship.
High school, moped.
How about you, Slim? Anything?
Something.
Looks like Slim's got a little paper cut.
It's nothing.
Come on, man. You know I'm gonna make you tell me.
Hey, kidney transplant.
When, dude? I didn't know you were sick.
I was donating it.
Someone in your family?
You gave your kidney to a complete stranger?
Yeah, saved his life.
Wow. All right. Everyone can save a life by being a living organ donor on matchingdonors.com.
Washington State University, an institute of...
Wait, let me show you WSU. We're about being hands-on and getting our hands dirty. We bring art to science and science to wine. We build Mars rovers and launch new medical schools, with the occasional pizza break. Now back to work, because we're always moving forward and leaving our mark on the world. Now that's my WSU.
Hi guys, I'm Ava Wainhouse with your sports. With basketball season just beginning, both Coug teams are 1-0, looking to keep their short winning streaks alive today in Pullman. WSU women's basketball is taking on Northern Arizona at Beasley Coliseum today at 2 p.m. This is Northern Arizona's first game of the season, while it's WSU's second. And WSU men's basketball has a big game against Seattle U today as well. The Cougs take on the Redhawks, who also have an overall record of 1-0 at Beasley Coliseum tonight at 7. And WSU soccer has a huge night tomorrow here in Pullman as the Cougs host Montana in the NCAA tournament. The Cougs have an overall record of 13-2-4, while the Grizzlies have an overall record that's so close to WSU's, sitting at 13-5-1. Elise Bennett continues to be a force on the field for the Cougs, starting every game this season, scoring a total of 10 goals and making 4 assists. WSU will host Montana in the first round of the NCAA tournament tomorrow at 5 p.m. And speaking of WSU women's soccer, here's more with reporter Vasily Varlamas on the upcoming playoff game against Montana.
The WSU women's soccer team is headed to the big dance.
Taking it to the middle, trying to squeeze that shot off, but blocked. And now a solid shot. Oh my goodness!
This long shot goal by sophomore forward Alyssa Gray spurred a 3-goal run that led to a Cougar victory in their last game of the season. With that Apple Cup win, the Cougars finished the season on a 7-game unbeaten streak and are headed to the NCAA tournament. The Cougars will battle the University of Montana Grizzlies in the first round in Pullman on Saturday at 5 p.m. As you can see, the team has had a lot of success in the past, making the tournament in the last 8 out of the past 10 years. The team also made the College Cup in 2019, the Final Four of women's soccer. One might think that this puts a lot of pressure on this year's team. However, the team is very focused on itself this year.
I think you kind of put that in the past and you look forward to what this team has in this season, and I think we're looking forward to making our own legacy this year and doing the best that we can in this upcoming tournament.
The Cougs finished 3rd in the Pac-12 with a 13-2-4 record and was ranked 15th in the final national rankings. Montana finished their season with a record of 13-5-1 and won the Big Sky Conference tournament, making them postseason eligible. The Wazoo players are eager to make a run after missing out last year.
Since I've been here my freshman year, we've gone 4 out of the last 5 years, so we missed out last year due to a couple missed games of COVID, but we're excited to be back and we're taking it one game at a time.
With a win against Montana, Wazoo would take on either Lipscomb or 6th-ranked Tennessee. But for now, the Cougs have their eyes on the Grizzlies. For Murrow News 8, I'm Vasily Varlamos.
And lead us into the big game for Cougar football tomorrow against the Oregon Ducks. Our Murrow News 8 reporter Jakolby Wright put together a compilation of the Cougs' top 5 moments facing the Ducks.
Here's Falk throwing into the end zone. Touchdown, Johnson Mack. The FBS. 44 points a game. From the 2-yard line, this is Caldwell. He fumbled it on the last kickoff return, but not this time. Caldwell making a call. Go here, into the corner, touchdown, DeVard Darling. He pitches the ball back to Kegel. Kegel had all day to throw it and hit Darling. Has to get to stay alive on this play. Rocky hit from behind, throws in desperation, and Washington State has come to Eugene. Look where the ball is. We'll swing it again. We'll swing it again to him. And there it goes. Boogie Williams trying to get out of shot. It does. Stays with it. Boogie. He is there, Boogie. Touchdown.
All right, the Cougs will take on the Ducks at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night in Eugene. That's all I have for sports. Back to you, Aspen and Derek.
A former current WSU student is now working for a major news organization, all thanks to attending the Murrow Symposium.
Find out how this grad was able to work his way into the industry when we come back.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for 1. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Recent Murrow graduate Cameron Limes has been working at NBC Nightly News, thanks in part to connecting with Lester Holt through the Murrow Symposium. Limes was able to get an interview with Lester Holt for the symposium in March, and he was eventually able to get a tour of Rockefeller Center with Holt in July. Limes now works as a desk assistant for NBC, working right alongside Lester Holt.
The Garfield Library is set to host guest speaker David Ben Scooter, the founder of the Lost Apple Project, on Saturday at 11 a.m. Ben Scooter will discuss the historical importance of apples in the region and how the project has located several species that were once thought to be extinct. To receive a Zoom invite, you can call any branch location of Whitman County Libraries. Derek, there seems to be a lot of new music out this week, today, last night. Taylor Swift dropped a new remix of the album Red, which I was a big fan of growing up. My favorite song from that album is All Too Well. That album is very long, so I'm excited to go home and listen to that. Any new music you're excited for, Derek?
Well, I mean, going back to All Too Well, I saw they released a 10-minute version of that
song.
song.
I know, a short film. I do need to watch that as well.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet, but I have definitely been listening to the new Silk Sonic album. I really love Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, so it was good to see them on an album together.
Okay, I haven't listened to Bruno Mars in a long time. I might have to check that out.
It's pretty groovy. I think you might like it.
Okay. Derek and I also went to the Jack Harlow concert last weekend. That's some music that both Derek and I enjoy. That concert was at Soto, which was a very small venue for Jack Harlow, and I don't think he'll be in a venue that size ever again.
That's absolutely true. He put on a great show, though. I love the energy that he brought to the stage.
He
I
did.
think he did a
He is a
fantastic
good performer.
job.
I got a t-shirt. Did you get any memorabilia?
It's pretty expensive. I had to pass on that.
Okay. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our TikTok that we just made. Have a good night.